Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys doing? This video is a response to a joke, a supposed joke that a comedian made about the Christchurch event which took place last year, whereby 52 people were horrifically and monstrously killed in their place of worship. Let's hear the joke and let's hear the justification for the joke.
This Australian extremist stormed this building, this mosque, this room where people were saying their prayers and going about their business. And for me, the saddest thing about that, it wasn't the 52 people who were killed. It wasn't the countless others who had their lives changed forever because their family members were taken from them. It was the hundreds of people that night who couldn't make it home from nightclubs in Christchurch because all the cabbies were dead. The cabbies were dead.
So in trying to defend his views, this comedian has come out with a range of arguments, really, of justification. So let's hear the first one.
Key word there is, it is a joke. It is not real. It is make-believe. I don't really feel like that, but that is what comedy is.
What I've got here is the dictionary definition of what it is to be a joke. Is something such as a funny story or trick. This is Cambridge Dictionary. That is said or done in order to make people laugh. Your criteria of the joke having to be something which is assumed to be something which is fictitious or make-believe is not something which is indicated with the dictionary definition. I've looked at more than one dictionary definition. So why is it that you want us to assume that a joke is something which is make-believe, fictitious, or doesn't correspond with what you believe in? Doesn't make sense. It's not in line with the definitions I have. So the problem with this joke is not just the fact that you trivialized or minimized the plight of the 52 people that were killed in cold blood. Yes, and the families of those individuals who are also grieving and probably still grieving at this moment at such a horrific and monstrous event in the history of the world. It's not just this fact, but it's the fact that you homogenized this group of Muslim people as if they are one ethnic group, all of which have one occupation, a singular occupation, which is what? Taxi driving. Taxi driving. When in fact Islam and Muslims are a diverse group of individuals, and the people who died were different genders and different ages. Let's be frank. You might be saying, oh, this is pedantic, it's a joke. No, sorry, this does not work with me. It does not work with me because the word joke here, yeah, and what it means to be a joke is not this, what you try to put forward and fool your audiences with. It's not that. So having said this now, not only is that the case, but you made it as if those individuals who are now homogenized and otherized, yeah, those Muslims who are the taxi drivers, have the sole job of taking people away taking people home from nightclubs, living a liberal lifestyle, a non-Islamic lifestyle. So here the point is this, is that not only have you homogenized and otherized the Muslims, but you have made them the servant class, the slave class, whose job it is to facilitate the liberal lifestyles of those people who are enjoying themselves in clubs and pubs out on that night. And that is for you the tragedy. Now you might be saying, it's not what I actually believe, it's a lie, it's make-believe, but that's not what it is to be a joke. And we're going to explain why your sacred values, and I use those words clearly, of freedom of speech absolutism is in fact flawed in what follows.
But we laugh about horrible things all the time. It's how people deal with tragedy.
And he even says in another part of his video that he himself made a joke about the Holocaust and about 9/11. It's not about you, a white man here that lives in Australia, making a joke about 9/11 or this or that. It's about, imagine if a Muslim, yeah, a practicing traditionalist Muslim, had made a joke about 9/11. That's the comparison. The comparison is, imagine if a traditionalist Muslim who is clearly visibly practicing his religion, yeah, made a joke about 9. That is the correct kind of comparison. Then how would the public, the American public, react to that? And would they have a right to react angrily to that? That's the question. It's not about whether you, as a white man who has no connection to Islam or Muslims, yeah, make a joke about 9/11 or the Holocaust. It's about whether Muslims make that joke, visibly traditionalist practicing Muslims make that joke, yeah, and whether there could be or would be a response, which I'm pretty sure there would be, in England or USA or whatever it is.
It is just laughing at horrible things, and I understand why you're offended, because I'm offended by it too. That is the point.
This is problematic because in the beginning of this whole video, you were showing us screenshots of people abusing you online, cyberbullying. So if you really thought that being offended should not be the criteria for people saying or not saying some things, why are you even showing us the abuse that you suffered? Why are you even showing us that? If you really thought that this was the case, why are you showing us the fact that these people were saying mean-spirited things to you online? Who cares if you felt offended by that? So really, it's one standard for yourself, but another standard for the community, which you think is a disposable one, which I think you're learning is not, which is the Muslim community.
If you treat me with respect, I will treat you with that same respect.
And then at minute 5:40, you talk about respect. As if we're going to really listen to you. Yeah, it's really, let's be real. I mean, that's the joke. If you want to make a joke, yeah? That's the joke. That you are going to start talking to us about after all you've done about respect. What is the definition of the word respect? One of the definitions is due regard for people's feelings. You were talking about reciprocity and respect. That if you have respect for me, I'll have respect for you and vice versa and so on. But what if we're telling you, right, that what you're doing is disrespectful and you continue saying, I'm going to do it. So is that respectful? According to what respect actually means. So you seem to be a contradictory man. A contradictory man. Intellectually, you're bankrupt. You're morally bankrupt. You have no sense of direction when it comes to what can I say and what can I not say.